Let's do it. Um, Everything looks good on the audio, video. Pow. We are live. Oop. Anyways, I'm playing Schedule 1. It's a new day. Okay. What was I doing today? I think I was trying to upgrade my shit. I was trying to work out the new logistics of can only have one worker at the sweatshop. So I'm like, what should I make the sweatshop in that scenario? Oh shit. Back this shit up. Sorry. Forgot what I was doing. What point? I got too into it.
I'm shocked! I cannot believe Twitch is actually finally making...
Rewatch this one.
Hey, congratulations. You've made the right decision to stay up to date with the tech news instead of going outside and ignoring all the important stuff that's happening online. Hundreds of thousands of user chats with Grok, xAI's chatbot, are publicly searchable on Google, as reported by Forbes. Because as many people discovered when a similar story about ChatGPT blew up less than a month ago, clicking share in a Grok chat allows it to be indexed by Google. But this is a bit different because unlike ChatGPT, Grok's whole thing is being unrestricted. So these leaked chats show users generating everything from instructions on how to make restricted substances to plans for taking down Elon Musk. And I'm sure some of the Japanese language chats are totally normal and not concerning, but not the ones I happen to click on. When the story broke about ChatGPT's shared chats being searchable, OpenAI disabled ChatGPT's Google indexing feature pretty quickly. But as of now, the Grok chats are still up on Google, and they apparently have been since at least January, as pointed out by Gagan Gotra on Twitter. He also spotted Gemini, which was then called Bard, doing the same thing in 2023, shortly before Google turned that off. Meanwhile, Meta continues to allow Meta AI chats to be indexed. They're fine with it. Also, following the ChatGPT story a few weeks ago, one of Twitter's many genius investigators asked Grok about it, which is what you do. Grok claimed it had no such sharing feature, which was retweeted by Elon with "Grok for the win." In yet another example of why asking chatbots about how they work is about as useful as asking dogs why they chase squirrels. As soon as you say the word squirrel, the interaction's over. The batteries in all Pixel 10 series phones will have their effective capacities reduced after just 200 charging cycles as a safety measure, as confirmed to Android Authority by Google, who refuses to build batteries containing anything other than Coke, Mentos, and lava harnessed from an active volcano. It's a matter of principle. The battery nerf is managed by Google's Battery Health Assistance feature, which gradually reduces maximum voltage to prevent the exploding battery debacles that plagued the Pixel 4a and 6a. The feature can be turned off on most Pixel devices, but that's not the case for the Pixel 9a and now the Pixel 10 series as well, because there's just no way to figure out how Samsung devices are able to survive 2,000 charging cycles just fine, which we know about thanks to the EU's European Product Registry for Energy Labeling, a title that you know in German is all one word. NVIDIA has halted production of its China-specific H20 AI data center GPUs because China... It don't want them no more. Insider sources told the Information that NVIDIA has instructed component suppliers for H20 GPUs to hold off after China told the country's tech companies that buying NVIDIA chips is now a no-no. As the Financial Times reports, this shift in attitude followed directly from a CNBC interview with U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, in which he made comments that Chinese leadership found insulting. Lutnick said he wants Chinese developers to get addicted to American technology. You know, yeah, they can try using a Nokia phone, but it just doesn't give you that buzz. They outlawed setting your phone to vibrate in the EU. Go see if that's true for yourself with the help of our sponsor, Saley, the easy and affordable way to stay connected with a single eSIM while traveling around the world. So even if you forgot to download Aqua's 2000 dance pop anthem Around the World, you can just stream it on a whim while, climbing the Eiffel Tower. And the French security guards will be like, "You're not allowed, arrêtez!" And you'll probably get arrested, but maybe they'll let you keep your phone because they were impressed with how far up you got. And you can keep streaming your music. Thanks, Saley. They got global and regional plans at affordable prices, 24/7 chat support, and they work with iOS and Android devices with a full refund if your device isn't compatible. Get an exclusive 15% discount on Saley eSIM data plans. Download the Saley app and use the code TechLinked at checkout. And also, please obey the laws where you are. don't go outside for real yet. You're going to want to hear these quick bits first. They'll help. Trump Mobile has posted a new T1 phone image. Not another image of the same T1 phone. It's a different T1 phone image, which really seems like a photoshopped Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra with a Spigen case on it. The tweet is somehow still up, despite the attached community note and a tweet from Spigen promising a lawsuit. But, of course, the tweet's still up. Trump Mobile obviously has a plan here, which appears to be post a new image of a random phone every couple months. Their website still has the old pic of the gold iPhone. And why does this guy look like he wants to eat me? The 12-volt high-power connector strikes again, but this time taking down its first AMD victim. A user called Savings Opportunity 3 posted last month on Reddit asking if they should be concerned about melting and showed off a picture of their cable. 1 month after, a user responded saying AMD cards don't have a melting problem. Well, the cable melted. Now, this was one of the very few AMD cards that uses this connector. It was an ASRock Taichi RX 9070 XT, so most Radeon users should be safe. And this guy says his GPU still works until it doesn't. Speaking of AMD, it seems like someone over there had some butterfingers and accidentally posted the entire source code for FSR4 up on GitHub. FSR4, or Fidelity FX Super Resolution 4, is AMD's resolution upscaling and frame generation technology, and in this source code, it seems to suggest that AMD had at least tried to get it working on some older RDNA 3 GPUs, not just the newest ones. The GitHub page was pulled down almost immediately, but that didn't stop people from getting at least some screenshots and maybe even some downloads of the repo. But until someone does something with it, we can only dream of GPU makers being generous and giving our older cards new features. Stop the ageism. AI startup Dynamics Lab has released Mirage 2, which looks essentially like Google's recently unveiled world model, Genie 3, but with less limits. And this one's actually playable. You can generate a world based off any image, and like Genie 3, you can add additional prompts while playing through it, so you can seamlessly bring Red Dead Redemption 2's Arthur Morgan into a cyberpunk city or an alien planet, which Rockstar didn't include in the real game, probably because they didn't have this tool. So someone get Rockstar on the phone. They need to see this. They need our help. And to the surprise of no one, someone managed to get Doom running on a random piece of tech that has a screen. YouTuber Aaron Christoffel showed off his modded Anchor Prime charging station and even uses the little dial on the side to control the game in perhaps the jankiest way possible. As for specs, the charging station has 8 megabytes of SD RAM and 16 megabytes of external flash, proving that your overpowered gaming PC is entirely unnecessary. People are out gaming in caves with a box of scraps. It's a lesson for all of us, which is that now it's time to go outside. Not before, now. Or go to bed, depending on where you are. Regardless, just come back on Monday for more tech news. And I want you outside until then. It's cold. Wear a coat. I'm just kidding. You can do whatever you want. Okay.
Getting all of your tech tips from one source means that you might miss crucial details, but watching 4 videos at once is just so inconvenient. So, hear me out then. How about we smush 4 amazing tech tubers into just one video and they compete to build the best $1,000 gaming PC. It's a generous budget, but not so large that they can just spend carelessly. So, to help, we've sourced this pile of secondhand parts that we're gonna price according to what's typical on marketplaces like Facebook, eBay, and Jawa, the online marketplace for new and used PC stuff, who sponsored this video, along with Seasonic, who also pitched in to help us bring together our 4 amazing contestants. Let's meet them.
I'm Danny from Nerd Under Budget, and I make content about PC builds, steel hunting, and sometimes LAN parties.
My name is Tito. I have the YouTube channel Macho Nacho Productions, and I modify retro video game consoles.
Hi, I'm Joyce from Tech Joyce, and I make technology and car content.
Hi, I'm Zach from ZTT, and I make a ton of PC building content, kind of similar to what we're going to do today.
Where did you get those in?
For those that don't know, it's Zach's Tech Turf, where TURF stands for Tutorials, Unboxings, Reviews, and Fun. But I don't say that on camera, so.
Yeah, it'd be a lot to say each time.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to give you your edge today?
I think maybe my lack of knowledge of PCs, maybe.
How do you think
We'll
it's
see.
going to give you an edge?
I have no idea.
Most of my content revolves around looking for used deals, so this was right up my alley, but I try to maximize the performance anytime I do a PC build, so I have a lot of practice with that, I'd say.
Aesthetics. For sure.
Aesthetics.
Yeah. You know, there's one competitor that I'm worried about that's going to beat me in terms of price to performance. It's Danny. Hopefully there's points given out on the aesthetic realm, which that's what I'm going for.
I think I'm the youngest out of all the contestants, so my hands will be faster, and I'll probably think a little faster than them. So hopefully my age will give me a bit of an edge.
What is the CPU that you picked?
I picked the Ryzen 5 7600. Initially, I went after this Ryzen 5 9600X listed for $185. I offered $10 less and got declined. This ended up working out though because I later came across this Ryzen 5 7600 for $125, which worked out to be a way better deal. With the money saved, I then set my sights on a little bit more expensive graphics cards around $500. The best card I could find was this RX 6950 XT.
It was a AMD Ryzen 7900X. I mostly made all my decisions based off price because I really don't know too much about PC building.
I picked the Ryzen 5 7600X. It was the best deal that I could find on Jawa at that specific moment in time. I actually found this RX 7800 XT for $450, and that's actually a really good price.
I picked the Ryzen 5 7600 X3D. Yeah, that one was just a really good deal. I decided to go with an NVIDIA graphics card because I'm hoping for the benchmarking it involves ray tracing. Please, Linus.
Whether you're buying parts, selling your gear, or flipping full custom builds, Jawa is the marketplace that's built specifically for PC gamers by people who actually care about gaming and PCs. Now it's time to pick the rest of your computer. We've got a large stockpile of parts, but if there's something else that tickles your fancy, Games Master David will see what he can do and try to get you a fair price. You are allowed to go over your $1,000 budget. However, you're going to be evaluated based on your performance in 3 demanding games, and for every $10 you go over, it will cost you 1% of your total score. So be frugal. To keep things balanced, we're going to be doing a snake draft starting with Danny, which was decided by random chance off camera, and also because, don't tell the others, but we just plain like him better. Go.
Okay.
Can I get the Game Master's help?
Anything that's got red?
I just need color. Got a little something up my sleeve here.
Oh, that is red.
Yeah, can I get this?
It'd be 95.
Best I can do is 90.
90 it is.
I only have like $50 left, so I'm gonna go really cheap.
We are adding aesthetics to the rubric, correct?
I don't think so.
That's the entire strategy.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
Someone might actually do it. I didn't think it was going to be possible.
I mean, I wouldn't be nerd on a budget if I didn't stick to the budget.
$5. $5. I like it.
Question for you. What are we doing about power supplies?
I'm so glad you asked in a totally unscripted way. Everyone is getting, oh my God, David. Okay, you're good. A Focus GX 850 from our sponsor, Seasonic. It's a member of their multi-award-winning platform with proven reliability and performance. They're ATX 3.1 and PCIe 5.1 compliant, which means they're ready for all the latest graphics cards. Its OptiSync technology enhances internal cooling efficiency, meaning its 135mm fan can run ultra-quietly for longer, all while minimizing the amount of space it takes up. It's 80+ gold certified, meaning it's highly efficient, and it comes with a 10-year warranty. You can check out Seasonic and the rest of the parts we're using at the link in the video description. Now let's build these PCs. Before we do that, though, where did they land in terms of pricing?
Danny, $9.99.
Wow. Okay.
Nerd on a budget. Joyce, $10.34. Oh, wait. $10.44. Zach, $10.41. And Tito, $10.53. Everyone did pretty darn good.
That's
a lot better than I expected.
Really close. Wow, nice case. Does it have a side panel?
It does not, but that's so I could fit the cooler.
Wicked smart. How are you feeling about your choices?
I think I went a little bit over budget, but I'm still very confident because I think my CPU is the best out of all 4 of them.
Very nice. Any regrets?
I think the GPU.
Do you regret just standing here and chit-chatting while the timer's running?
Oh, what? I'm supposed to get started now?
Yeah, what are you waiting for? How about you, Danny? Any regrets?
I'm pretty happy with it. I think I got a pretty beefy graphics card and a decent CPU to pair with it. So it's just some of the other parts might be jank, but that's just when you go use sometimes, you know?
We have a Red alert here, David. There's no IO shield in here.
Oh, God.
Oh my God, given how much of our grading is going to be aesthetics, that's going to really hold you back.
Exactly. 100% what I was thinking. Thank you.
Here's my deal.
Okay.
We will offer you a 2x multiplier on your aesthetics score.
I will gladly take 3x.
4x, final offer.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
How are things going over here? Any regrets on your build?
Maybe the case.
Like, is this an intentional vibe?
That was kind of a late-breaking decision where I'm just going to kind of go with a really messy setup, and that's going to be part of the vibe.
Ooh, I like it. You have only 1 stick of RAM.
I do. Yes. 16.
Better than none. Yeah. If we were an actual team, I probably would have helped you with that. But I'll just let him cook.
Or like let him be cooked. I don't like your SSD though.
Well, that was strategic. I did not want to waste money on anything. Performance impacting.
So you'd rather that whoever ends up with this system, which by the way people are going to end up with,
yes,
have a
they
crappy
will suffer.
SSD and lose their data down the road.
Correct.
Like my stock cooler here?
Dude, I approve of the stock cooler. My tech ick was people who spend a bunch of money on a fancy cooler when they haven't already min-maxed the rest of their hardware.
That's true.
Am I distracting you?
A little bit, but it's okay. It's missing one standoff, the bottom right one.
Nerd on a budget with attention to detail. Keep an eye on this one. There's a reason he's our favorite. I didn't mean what I said over there. You're doing great too.
Thank you. Wait, I've never done this before. I've only built like 6-7 PCs.
I'm deciding if I should try to give you hints or not, but since we're competing and you wanted to race,
I don't need
okay?
hints. Don't
okay,
worry.
You're good.
I know exactly what I'm doing right now. No, that does not seem right. Okay, I'm not gonna ask for help because I feel like that makes me lose automatically.
There's nothing wrong with getting help.
No, I have to do this alone. Okay, I'm definitely the least qualified out of the 3 contestants.
Yeah, so I picked this cooler because, well, it looked really big. So, and I have apparently one of the, I guess, better CPUs out of the lot. So probably need a lot of cooling power. The case is small, but it's missing the door. So that gives me plenty of room to use this.
The reason for my cooler is I was definitely thinking about aesthetics, okay?
Yes, the Riz 400.
The Riz? Is that what we're going with? I'm also not above using the CPU cooler manual. Do you ever use these?
Not on this.
It's showing me exactly which hardware to use and whatnot every time
I like it.
Yeah.
I respect it. You know what? I like his style so much that I'm going to increase his aesthetics points multiplier to 5x.
No. We were at 5.
Were we?
Yeah. I think we're up to 7.
I am returned.
Actually, I have thermal paste now.
How do you know what I brought you isn't better?
I'm gonna go with these because this looks fancy.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm being dismissed. I see. I think there's something to the whole passive-aggressive generation. You know, with the whole, like, COVID lockdown and the lack of social skills. It's like they can't tell things like they're standing too close, they're making people uncomfortable. How you doing?
Good. I think I'm making good progress. I'm just putting all the motherboard screws in, which is like one of the more time-consuming parts of it. But I think I'm good with that now.
Unflappable. See, this is why he's our favorite.
You can't say that.
What the hell is that supposed to be?
Usually it turns out fine, but I think I got a little nervous because he's right beside me.
I don't want to put any pressure on you guys, but you are way behind Danny. Am I helping with the pressure?
Nope.
Linus, I would like to run something by you here. This is a sponsored component.
Yep.
Very top of the line. There's one problem for my build with it. It's only black cables. I brought some cable extensions. I got red, but I'm gonna plug these into these.
How much do these cost?
$0.
Should I trust him? I'm gonna believe him that these were $0. And for being such an amazing deal hunter, I'm gonna reward him by increasing his aesthetics multiplier to 6x.
We were just at 7.
How are you already almost done?
What are people doing? Modern computers, like everything just goes on the motherboard.
Yeah, that's great. I just mean, like, we're gonna have to rely on some of the other folks to do our extras for Floatplane. lmg.gg/floatplane. You get the bonus multiplier.
Whoa.
Bonus
Come on, man. Come on. We still got inserts to shoot.
I mean, I don't care. It's not my computer.
3, 2, 1. Okay, it's even plugged in.
But what we can all agree on is that Zach is not my favorite.
We're all tracking that.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'll take that.
Oh, great.
Oh, no. Danny, do you think you could beat Linus in a build-off?
I honestly don't know how quickly Linus can build a PC. I usually don't try to speed through PC builds. I just kind of go at a leisurely pace.
If this is your leisurely pace, I think you'd kick my ass. You just need a quality ratcheting screwdriver. Wow, you've made a lot of progress.
So nothing fits, like nothing's long enough to reach the bottom of that.
Yeah, so what you need is... Oh, she
Like a little stand underneath?
You better believe it.
Okay, now I gotta take everything out then. Can I just leave it like this? Because look, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 screws already. And that's a lot of screws.
That's, that is a lot of screws.
So
I'm
good. I'm good here then. I'm making sure I get your approval.
I'm not the judge. They're the judge.
Do I have your approval?
You may not be familiar with this concept, but we are not live right now.
Oh, the audience. I thought you meant the cameraman. Okay. Oh, the audience? Oh, he gave a thumbs up, so I think we're good.
Did everybody go Radeon? Wow, it's almost like that's the way to go when you're trying to build on a budget. Speaking of GPUs, all of our contestants picked up their GPUs on Java. Java makes it easy to list and sell full builds or parts with buyer and seller protection, lower fees, and a community that's actively searching for gaming PCs. And this is all without getting hit with, "Is this still available?" messages 1,000 freaking times.
The only thing I don't love about it is this rear fan. That is specifically why I purchased 3 fans for the competition, to make sure that they're all black.
The aesthetics is the last thing on my checklist here. I'm just trying to figure out the wiring and making sure that everything works.
I do know that they were talking at some point about selling these on Java. If we get points for that, then an aesthetic build could potentially help me out. So it might actually matter at some point.
Gosh.
We have our beautiful Seasonic power supply here. I was sure to put the fan facing downward.
So I chose a 3080 because I was looking on the website and all the 4070s were like $600. So I went one generation behind, and this one is like basically the same performance for like $100 cheaper. Wait, these are not like screwed in. Do I have to rip them out? Do I need help again?
Those are breakaways. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Cut that part out when you said that. Oh, these are breakaways. So basically, I don't have to unscrew anything.
I'm wondering if I should help Joyce with something right now.
No.
Okay. She doesn't want the help.
I'm independent and smart. How many PCs have you built?
Over 100 and under 1,000. So
That's
somewhere between there.
That's insane.
Over 100? It's like
You
10
look
a
so
year.
young though, because your skin's really good.
Why did you use the lower slot on your...
What?
On your...
She doesn't want help. She doesn't want help.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize.
She said she didn't want help.
Bro, this whole video is just embarrassing. Like, people are gonna be like, wow, you guys noticed and didn't tell me? That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Especially you. You probably knew the whole time.
Yeah, come on, Glenn. Come on.
First try. Professional.
We're trying to find something to close the side panel with.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, we have 1.
Yes!
Yes!
Good work.
Wow.
2.
Celebrating? Was that a boot?
Are they done?
That's really crooked.
Really?
I mean, wow.
Thanks.
That's a computer.
Yeah, I did it all first try, and I didn't get any help.
I don't think your motherboard is all the way down.
No. Don't show that. Okay, just to set the record straight, I've never claimed to be a PC professional.
Why didn't you screw them in all the way?
I thought I did.
Oh, no.
Damn it. Okay, wait, cut all of this out. Give me the screwdriver. Wait, guys. I don't know what he's doing right now. He's trying to touch my build.
So see, all I did was turn it a few more rotations, and you can see now the motherboard doesn't shift around like that.
Right.
Do you need me to check anything else?
No.
You sure?
Yes. You can, thank you.
Now I feel like I need to check everyone's homework. Can I just...
Yeah, you can take a look at it.
Oh yeah, look at that. All of the screws are in even. Oh wow, I've got nice little cable management in here and everything. Quality. Now, it just comes down to performance. What is this situation here? Oh, is that
it? It goes in. Yeah.
Sure?
I just forgot to screw it in all the way, I think.
I found problems with everyone else's build, so it feels unfair if I don't find something here.
Feel free, you'll find something.
Oh, a classic rookie error.
Error?
The I/O shield.
That is not an error. This was not supplied, sir.
I mean, when you buy a secondhand motherboard, that's the first thing you gotta check.
Yeah, I mistakenly trusted the seller.
That's why you gotta shop on Java.
Yeah, see, I would never put a motherboard without an I/O shield into my inventory, but that's what you guys do.
See, that's kind of an error, but this is actually an error. No,
just don't make it worse, man.
I'm helping. Okay. Look, see, I fixed it.
Thank you for the tech tip.
Yeah, that's my turf.
I'm also going to pretend that I don't have to push down hard on this to keep the cable bulge down. Here's how we're looking.
This is my GPU, and the reason I chose it was the most expensive one I could afford within my budget.
Pencils down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Done. I'm done.
Okay, moment of truth. Here we go. We're good.
Okay, it's even plugged in. What? Damn, you guys set me up.
Yeah, it's plugged in.
Okay, cut off. Take out the first cut. Just remove it all. Delete all the footage.
Oh. Hopefully I did the I/O right. Oh, okay. Got an LED.
Oh! Right out of the gate, I gotta say, immediately I want to give you bonus points for leaving the $22 sticker on your case.
As you can see, aesthetics was maybe kind of lower on the priority list.
Yeah, and even cooling. You got like half of your fans in here.
That's right.
One of them's not spinning. I didn't actually catch your specs. I was so distracted by how ugly it is. Yeah. So maybe it's like going to be a sleeper underdog.
That's what I'm hoping.
Victor.
Yeah. It was the first computer to work.
Of course, no one cares what the tower looks like if the monitor looks great. Ooh, that's already a good sign. And most impressively, this isn't even running at low settings. This is 1440p ultra no ray tracing. It's actually Zach's machine that's making all the noises bothering me right now. It's gonna be hard to beat. Or is it? If there were points for aesthetics, which there aren't, this would have lots of points.
And it's also quiet.
I don't agree that it's quiet.
Oh, that is yeah, okay. All right.
Let's take a quick test drive, shall we? Oh, this is bad news for Tito, because even though there's no points for aesthetics, there are points for the game looking better. If only Zach had tuned it. Oh!
No! What'd you press?
I pressed the sabotage Zach button for stealing the similar abbreviations to my channel. Next up is the one, the only Tech Joyce, who surely will blame her brother for whatever problems we find with her machine.
I'm scared. You're gonna say something crazy.
Something crazy like, hey, you should probably put all the screws in.
That was not my fault. The screwdriver you gave me was faulty.
Oh.
Go ahead, show me.
Well, I threw
Where
it
is
out.
it?
No, I threw it out because it was faulty.
All right, well, why don't we take a look at your computer and see if anything else is faulty?
You're gonna be blown away.
Your side panel's upside down. The AMD logo on your cooler's upside down, too. What's up with that?
Why do you find problems with everything? Just play the game and you'll see.
I mean, all you have to do is beat a low-performing PC with no side panel and one that crashes.
Can you commentate on this area right here?
Yeah, this area right here is looking pretty damn good. Not gonna lie. It says like 75 FPS and you're 1% low. It's hard to believe. Now that we're in here, dude, it's even worse. It kind of smells. It smells like burning. We got one exhaust fan, no intakes. I really don't know how long this is gonna last. Tech Choice, builder of temporary computers. Which brings us finally to this. You know what? I can't find that much to criticize. It's a little on the louder side, but like, is that really that big of a problem? And even if the performance isn't the best, right? Like, look at this shirt. Look how he wears that. I like these glasses too, just, you know? Of course, it's all gonna come down to performance, which, once again, wow, really good. I wanna take a moment to recognize that for $1,000, every single one of these systems is delivering an outstanding experience in what is still an extremely demanding game at 1440p ultimate quality. Some are a little more outstanding than the others, and I think this might be one of them. I don't wanna criticize, because you're my favorite. I don't love that your CPU's running at 95 degrees.
What?
Ready? 3, 2, 1, benchmark!
Oh my God, I'm absolutely cooked.
Oh, it crashed again. Who configured it? I mean, you picked all the parts. We just watched you do it.
Yeah, but you know, the parts were working when I showed up here.
Do you want to just come out and say it?
You can say it.
I can say it?
Yes.
You're a poor sport. In all seriousness, there could be an issue with some of the hardware that we provided to Zach. I was just ribbing him before, so we're going to do a quick reseat of his GPU, and in the meantime, we're grabbing another kit of memory just in case this one's a little bit on the flaky side. Why is this 6 gigatransfers per second? Okay, well, you kind of lucked out. Oh, wow, you just got a performance boost. Whoops, that was not my intention, but I don't have time to go change it again. I just fixed your computer, Mr.
This feels great already, I can tell.
Okay.
Here we go.
Let's see how it goes. Massive upset. In first place for performance in Cyberpunk, Zach with the come-from-behind victory. He went from 0 to 95. In second place for raw performance, we've got Danny. The nerd on a budget stayed within his budget. Zach, not so much. Neither did Joyce, for that matter, so she's basically out of the running for first place, but could still end up with a podium finish because, yeah, that's really not that close. But there's still more benchmarking to go. Let's give him a bonus. Let's give him a nice guy bonus. 10 FPS. I still am, like, blown away at how good these machines are. Well, most of them.
All of them. Come on.
Kind of tempted to change Zach's memory speed back to 5600. I'm going to change it back to 5600 for the rest.
How much lower do you think it's going to be, Linus? I would say 2 FPS.
That could be the difference. I was thinking 2 to 3 FPS combined with your 4% over budget penalty.
Times 11 aesthetic bonus.
Right.
I think we're still good.
And your aesthetic bonus is 0 though, so... Because there are no points for aesthetics.
I was not told this.
Never came up. The fact that it's so close is why I really feel that we need to double check. Oh my God. How'd it go up? Time for our second game. I'm rooting for you. Hold tab, ready, 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, you're getting kind of like the Canucks. Kind of hard to root for. Whoa, we could have an upset here. The nerd on a budget is on a roll with a score of 145, with Zach's Tech Turf with 130, Joyce coming in at 122, and once again, Tito was there. 93. That's really good. And it is really good. Our budget was limited to $1,000 US, and unlike a game console, which sure could also run Returnal as long as it's a PlayStation, these machines can do anything you could possibly want them to do. Video editing, browsing the internet. The hell else is it that people do with computers these days? Now it's time for the big shocker finish, because see, I was piling on my pal Tito before, but he actually has the best performing CPU out of the bunch. And this is interesting. Our last benchmark, kind of CPU dependent. Everyone go ahead and press the check mark. Yeah, I'm rooting for you. Yeah, what? Fingers crossed. It's already less than his. Oh, gosh. While we wait for this last benchmark to run, I want to get everyone to sign their machine because if you guys were paying attention earlier, you will know this. All of these are going to be for sale from Jawa.gg. Choose wisely. Now for the results. Coming in first, Nerd on a Budget. Unfortunately, Joyce's X3D chip just didn't cut the mustard here. Zach is in the 300 FPS range as well. Tito was there. Even a 10 FPS bonus wasn't enough, man. I tried. I really tried. And now it's time for me and David to try and do math.
Aesthetic score equals 0.
Yeah.
Times 11. There we go. Yep, that's added.
And did you give Tito his 10 extra bonus FPS on everything? We have come up with the final scores. In fourth place and looking very fine and kind doing it is Tito with a score of 228.
Out of a possible 300.
Out of a possible 300.
That's good. That's good.
That is really good. After correcting for a slight budgeting overshoot, Joyce comes in third with 259 points out of a possible 300. And I think it is actually worth noting here just how close our 3 podium finishers were. Which is to say that if you weren't comparing them side by side in benchmark tests, you would be more than happy with any of them. It's just that you would be ever so slightly happier with Zach's Tech Turf. He managed a score of 271, and that's in spite of the fact that his 11x aesthetics multiplier was multiplied by 0.
That was the whole strategy, Linus.
Which leaves with 297 points out of a possible 300 points, the nerd on a budget, Danny! Undisputed intercontinental champion of building a computer for exactly $1,000.
Give it a little bit, some personality. He's just a black box, so.
How are you feeling at the end of this day?
It honestly went how I thought it would. Nerd on a budget. I mean, he knows how to maximize his budget.
I'm a little disappointed with how I did. I definitely did not choose the right GPU, so for next time, I would go with the Radeon card.
Kind of expected those results. Maybe I should just stick with modding retro consoles, but had a whole lot of fun.
How do you think you did?
Pretty happy with the build. I like the way it turned out aesthetically. Wish the aesthetics would have mattered a little bit more than they did.
Audience, if the aesthetics matter to you, comment down below. Let them know.
They do.
I'd probably get a little bit nicer of a case, get a little bit better aesthetics, and maybe one that has a side panel too. So,
how does it feel to be the champion?
It feels pretty good.
What do you think was your key to victory?
Throwing a big chunk of money at the graphics card, that helped.
Other than your own build, what was your favorite one today?
I like Zach's. It looks the nicest for sure. People would pick a slightly worse performing PC with like twice the aesthetics, right? So
11 times the aesthetics.
11 times.
Thanks, Jawa.
And Seasonic.
And Seasonic for making this possible, and massive shout out to you guys for coming all the way up here. If you guys enjoyed this video, maybe go check out the time we challenged our writers to configure $1,000 builds. There was a bit of extra challenge in that one in that they weren't allowed to use the internet to look at any pricing whatsoever. They were just going in blind.
All right, today we wanted to just chat about some games where we want to know when they're actually coming out. So often this happens, right? A big, cool game is announced with a flashy trailer, some exciting gameplay, whatever, and then it goes completely dormant with people excited for the game, wanting to try the game, crying out for a release date or some crumb of information. So today we're talking about 10 new games, new upcoming games that still don't have a release date, and we really like to hear one. Starting off at number 10, Ark 2. Of course, this is the follow-up to Ark Survival Evolved, the big, massive, open-world survival game that really exploded in popularity. Probably a lot thanks to people playing it on Twitch, doing Let's Plays on YouTube. This game exploded. People loved Ark, and just when you thought they were going to capitalize on it, well, they've been taking their sweet time with the sequel. So if you don't even remember, Ark 2 was revealed in, I believe, 2020, and then had that big trailer featuring Vin Diesel riding a dinosaur, and apparently he was working on the game in some creative capacity. Look, that was a long time ago. It is now 2025, and it seems like the studio behind this has been working on some things, like they had released content for original Ark, they had done a re-release and stuff like that. For right now, a lot of people have considered Ark 2 canceled. It's not canceled, but it just kind of was postponed with no definite release date. A lot of people thought it was going to launch at some point late in 2024, and that came and went. Now, in an interview from a few months back, the developers said that Ark 2 is coming hopefully within the next 2 years, so 2025, 2026, maybe 20, who knows? Honestly, it seems like people are still looking forward to it, or at the very least visiting subreddits and posting, hey, is this game canceled or what? Ark had a lot of momentum, and at this point, I think there's been such a gap that now it's not momentum or capitalizing on the success of the first, and now hopefully just taking the time, really wow people, and giving them something that they haven't seen in the original Ark. Next, over at number 9, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. A lot of people were hoping this would be like a Switch 2 launch title, but as of right now, we don't really know when it's coming. This game has been in the works for so long. It's been demoed, it's been previewed. I actually got my hands on it at a preview section. I got to play like the first level of the game. I thought it was absolutely awesome. A great return to form. Just feels like more Metroid Prime, which is what you want. But even with the game feeling like it's pretty far along, no release date. A lot of people freaked out a few months back when in the UK Metro, like in the tube stations, there were advertisements for Metroid Prime 4 with people thinking that it was coming soon, but that was really just to generally advertise the Switch 2. So still, we're left with nothing in our hands, just hoping for a release date soon. I expect in the coming months, maybe we'll get like a full Nintendo Direct where Nintendo shows off more gameplay, more details, and then ultimately a release date. But for right now, people are just begging because people have been waiting for this for so long. This was announced years ago. It changed developers. There's a whole thing behind it. So we're hoping soon is when we finally maybe get the return of some first-person Samus action. And you bet your ass that when it does come out, I'll be doing the before you buy video on it. So subscribe. We've been saying it recently because we looked at our data, and technically a lot of you guys that watch this aren't actually subscribed. So hit that button and you'll know when we talk more about games like this. Anyway, enough of that YouTube spiel. Let's move on. Next at number 8, Subnautica 2. This is another big open survival game that hooked people that is getting a sequel, and it's taken a long time. So this was initially revealed. We knew something was coming in 2022. Since then, we've only got little glimpses and stuff like that of this game, with the first screenshots and trailers only appearing in 2024, and even that was only so much. A lot of people were expecting early access to come in 2025, and now that has officially been pushed. That's been delayed by the publisher. They made an announcement that the early access release is delayed to 2026. There was a lot of development team change-ups as well, and some legal issues that we don't have time to get into here, but however that sorts itself out, people just want more Subnautica, man. According to some, the early access release was ready. Like, it didn't need to be delayed to 2026. So whether that's true or not, either way, I'm just hoping that maybe we see it at least in early 2026 and not late 2026. But again, that's just me spitballing, so who knows? Next at number 7, here's one that I have been begging to hear something about. I need a release date for this. This is Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. This is like my type of game. Like, this is a Jake Baldino game because this is just like a cinematic third-person action-adventure thing directed by Amy Hennig. Of course, one of the people behind the original Uncharted games. She worked on Soul Reaver back in the day. And it's 1943, occupied France, and who are you squaring off with? Captain America, presumably his Howling Commandos, and Black Panther. This for me was just a really cool idea, right? As a big fan of Captain America comics, Ed Brubaker comics, just seems like a match made in video game heaven. It was showed off quite a bit, and much was made about the graphics. And I gotta say, the game is definitely like an Unreal Engine showcase. It looks insane. It kind of looks like a movie. It doesn't look real. I still don't know how this game is actually going to play. We thought we would see more of this game during the summer, like at some showcase reveal or like a summer Game Fest presentation or something like that, because the game was slated for holiday 2025, but we didn't get anything, and that also means that the game has been rescheduled to release sometime in early 2026. So at this point, I'd like to know when. Honestly, I don't want them to rush. I want them to get it right, but still, it felt like we almost had it. It was coming this holiday season, and now it's not. When you have that ripped away from you, that always sucks when you're looking forward to something. Anyway, I digress. Next at number 6, State of Decay 3. This is another one that just feels like it's been a long time coming. I believe State of Decay 3 was announced for Xbox and PC from Xbox Game Studios and Undead Labs in 2020. And since then, to be completely honest, it's been almost radio silence. All we got was that cinematic trailer, and it made sense, right? Because Microsoft had actually acquired Undead Labs, the studio, in 2018, so we knew they were working on something. But we went so long without hearing anything else. Then we finally got a more recent gameplay trailer that looked awesome. It showed a little bit more like what looked like gameplay here and there, new zombie types and action, but even with that, no release date, no nothing. All we have is a confirmation that this still exists. It's good to know that. I mean, I'm glad they didn't cancel it or anything, like Microsoft and Xbox have recently canceled quite a few other games. I'm looking forward to State of Decay 3, but we just don't know when. Next over at number 5, Phantom Blade Zero. A lot of people have been begging for a release date for this one, just honestly because it looks pretty cool. This action-adventure hack-and-slash game with over-the-top animations and cool parries and crazy boss battles just looks like what the doctor ordered. I got to check out an early version of this game, like a work-in-progress version, over a year ago, and I can confirm that, yes, it is real, and it was pretty cool. It plays a lot like how it looks. It's got cool over-the-top special abilities, different weapons that go nuts. You can switch them up mid-combo, a little bit of ranged action. And even more recently, press and influencers did get their hands on the game at a preview thing, and yeah, word on the street is it is pretty cool. This is being developed by S-Game, a studio coming out of Hong Kong. So once again, we see the rising influence of Chinese game development here. So not only just like with over-the-top flashy graphics, but some cool gameplay chops to back it up. I really hope Phantom Blade Zero can live up to the premise it set with that original trailer. It just seems so cool. It seems like it's on the right track, but we're going to judge every game when we get our hands on it. And that's a problem. We don't know when this is coming. It feels like soon, but still, we're just going to wait and see. Next over at number 4. Hey, do you remember DokeV? You might not remember the name because it's weird, but look at this. Do you remember when this game was revealed and people went nuts for it? Yes, even if you forgot, people are still really wondering where the hell this game is. This South Korean open world, fun, creature-catching kind of Pokemon-style game is developed by Pearl Abyss, the people behind, of course, Black Desert Online, and hopefully, more recently than that, Crimson Desert. Now, Crimson Desert has been pushed to 2026, but it seems like their other game, this one, DokeV, is actually even further out. It's been radio silent for quite some time, ever since we got that trailer for it in 2021 that really blew people away. I think it blew people away just because of like the art style, the openness of it, the whimsy of it. I don't know, something about this one really stuck with people, and they've been begging for more information. I think Pearl Abyss really knows what they're doing with making games. Crimson Desert does seem to be pretty cool, and like I said, that was pushed to 2026. So note that when in October 2024, Pearl Abyss said that they expected to release DokeV no earlier than 2027. They said, and I quote, around 18 months after Crimson Desert's launch. So let's just say DokeV is still a long ways off, but hopefully it's worth the wait because it looks weird, fun, quirky, and maybe something a little different. I think Palworld proved that people just like seeing, other studios' take on living, playing, catching creatures, and doing stuff like that style game, as long as Nintendo doesn't sue them. Yeah, I just think it looks cool. I want to play it now. Next up, Marvel's Wolverine. The Wolverine game being developed by Insomniac Games, the people behind Ratchet and Clank, and most recently, the Spider-Man games. Well, yeah, some people forget they announced that they're making a Wolverine game. It had a really cool trailer that just kind of hinted at a bloody, just comic-accurate, cool Wolverine, and we haven't really seen anything since. For real. This was announced during the PlayStation Showcase in September 2021. So we're going on years now with radio silence. The only thing we've gotten were some leaks that admittedly it looked like it showed the game very early on, very much work in progress stuff. Not really too much of it is worth looking up. Apparently there are a bunch of other Marvel games in the works, but the one that people keep looking for, the one that people keep asking about every time there's a new live stream game event or a PlayStation thing, it's Wolverine. Where is Wolverine? We still have no idea. But as a comic book fan and a lover of all things Logan, I hope we actually see this thing at some point. I hope this game sees the light of day. Now at number 2, Light No Fire. This is the newest game from Hello Games, the people behind No Man's Sky. I say that because No Man's Sky released in a poor state. You've probably heard it by now. They took years and years and made the game better and better, and I think they really made up for most of their mistakes. But Light No Fire is a completely different new thing from them. They've spent so much time on No Man's Sky. People want to see what's next. People have been really curious. And Light No Fire, when it was first revealed, it was intriguing. A kind of open world adventure thing with, an emergent world filled with other players and characters going about doing stuff in a kind of weird sci-fi fantasy setting. And apparently, the planet is absolutely massive. Like they tried to simulate one whole big-ass planet. That sounds incredibly ambitious. We've also heard that from Hello Games before, but it still is leading people to really just want to see what the hell they're cooking. I hope we hear something soon, because I could use a game like this. Just looks like a good time, if they can pull it off. Next up, if we're talking about ones that people really are begging to hear more about, it's gotta be Kingdom Hearts 4. Yeah, it's a thing. They announced it and everything. In April of 2022, they revealed it. It is a work in progress. They had a cool little trailer. The game was apparently running in Unreal Engine 4, but the main game was going to be Unreal Engine 5. It featured Sora in a new world, and it was simple, but it was pretty cool. It looked like it was hitting all the hallmarks of what somebody wants from Kingdom Hearts. But it left people wondering for years, what's going on with that? Where is that? We haven't seen much other than a couple of very small little screenshots that have trickled trickled out from Square Enix, weirdly enough, they're still keeping this game on the back burner. Apparently it was going to be connected to Missing Link, but Missing Link was canceled in 2025, so we're still kind of left with nothing in our hands with this one. Either way, with this one, it's funny. Even though we don't know much and people are still begging for a release date or something, anything, it's just nice to know in the back of our heads or the back of our hearts that a new Kingdom Hearts is in the works and we're eventually going to get one. When? We just have no idea. Let us know what you think. Let us know what games you're looking forward to. Obviously, this is subject to change. Things get announced all the time, but let us know what other games you're just dying to hear more of. If you like this video, clicking the like button helps us out. We really appreciate that. And if you're new, consider subscribing because we put out videos every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Visual Effects Artist React. You saw the Minecraft thumbnail. We're gonna be looking at that.
There's a history of Minecraft here, and so the standards are so high. I think the Minecraft movie deserves a little bit of redemption after how we treated it.
That's strange.
Why does everyone look so weird?
After you guys treated it.
I have a formal apology to make.
But you know what? We're also looking at some dolls and mirror shots.
We also look at Pirates of the Caribbean.
Can we look at Chicken Jockey?
You have to have an appetizer before the main meal. This is from a 1964 film, The Time Travelers.
1964, that's 100 years ago.
So there's a couple of really cool sequences in this wacky film. Here they are in the robot factory.
The power belt? Dude,
All
look
right.
at it. Look at their power belt.
Hold on, they gotta fix this robot here. So lie on the table, sir.
Come on, robot, get comfy.
Dude, I like these flesh bots.
Are they gonna take his head off?
USB cable unplugged.
How? There's still a dude there. Is he just like freaking flipping his head back so hard underneath the table? No way. Shot hasn't cut.
No.
There you go, a brand new head.
Oh!
The table is hollow underneath.
I saw a little hinge as it got up. It went. I tangibly see the mirror. I'm looking at the mirror. It's diagonal.
Classic dolls and mirrors.
I only noticed because we've looked at dolls and mirrors so many times here on the couch now that I'm like cued for it.
It's a mirror! It's a mirror!
That's all dolls and mirrors. God damn it.
But like, look at his shoulders. There's like part of the table that's like still kind of depressed down a little bit. When he gets up, it goes.
Oh, it was so close to being perfect.
It shows that the table appears hollow.
Yeah.
Trapdoor, come on. Oh. It was so close to landing it.
Whoa, wait.
It's a little time machine, and it makes the rope go back together.
I thought maybe they were doing that in reverse.
Time
Those
drops.
are just magnets.
Time drops?
Put some time drops in this green milk, and watch as the milk
Gets
goes
delivered to
away.
Luke.
Wow, the milk drinks itself.
Wait a minute.
What about the circle to square machine? Boink.
The circle to square machine. The self-drinking milk.
Self-drinking milk. That little circle to square machine is pretty sick, though.
This is kind of...
I know how they did it.
I love this. This is like a children's science fair, but they just filmed it.
I thought maybe he had a tube hidden behind his finger going into the cup that was draining it, but he puts it down and lets go.
I think it's a double-walled glass.
Exactly, yeah, because it's filled up with liquid, and then he's just holding a vent hole, and once he moves his thumb, air can go in, and the liquid goes down, and then pours into the center of the glass and equalizes.
You can see how he had to compensate his grip by throwing his extra finger around to grab it.
Funny. Now, the circle to square machine, honestly, this thing is stumping me.
Really? I have this one. What we're actually seeing are 4 strips of metal with a hinge on the corner, and you're able to just rotate it out. It's like this, and then like this, and it flexes to make the circle.
I can see
and then
that.
when it goes flat again, it's just 2 things like this.
That's funny. Okay, you're right. No, I see the little rivets or whatever in the corner.
Yeah.
It's funny to compare this to, like, the Avengers.
The circle to square machine.
That's Tony Stark's dad.
Oh my god. This is pretty well done. I like it.
It's so cute because it's just like they're just showing us cool magic tricks. If I was a young child in the 60s watching this, I would probably be pretty blown away. I'd be like, wow,
What's up, everyone? Jordan here. And speaking of magic, I want to talk about our sponsor today, Vessi. They're like the shoe of the future. And here's why. Vessis are one of the most dynamic, lightweight, and breathable shoes I have ever worn. Not to mention, they're waterproof. Yeah, 100% waterproof. Today, specifically, I'm wearing the Pacific sneaker. It has this athletic design that has this enhanced cushioning, this lightweight feel. It has this extra padding on the back so that you can walk around in them all day and you'll be comfortable. And the best part about this, and this part's new, these come in half sizes, so you can find the perfect fit for you. Oh yeah, and did I mention they're waterproof? It's because of this Dynatex material. It keeps your feet warm in the cool months and cool in the summer months. No matter how wet your shoes get, you'll never overheat. And if they get all muddy and dirty, you can just throw them in the wash or go outside and hose them off. They're totally machine washable. Now listen, you can wear Vessis for almost anything, but for me specifically, I like to use them for my really active lifestyle. I can go work out in the morning, use the same shoes, come here, work at the studio, and my feet don't stink. Now listen, whether you're hiking, going to dinner, or working out, I can guarantee you Vessis are the shoe for you. And if you don't like them for some weird reason, you have 30 days to return them worry-free. Now, if these sound like the shoe for you, then click that link below or go to vessi.com/corridorcrew to get 15% off your first pair of Vessis. Okay, now for the reason that I know you're here.
Minecraft.
Let's get back.
All right, Minecraft. We're gonna kick it off with just a sweet looking scene.
Wow, they're screwed.
Everything that I was like worried about was gonna be bad in the trailer kind of worked out.
That's strange.
But why does everyone look so weird?
I don't know how I feel about it.
It's pretty fun. It's a charming movie. The effects are really cool and it's kind of funny.
I like how the Minecraft torch is actually like spewing out gas for the fire.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. You can see a skeleton through their body.
Dude, the creepers are so furry. Whoa.
Nice lighting.
Whoa. Yo! That was pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. This one has some of the most satisfying CGI explosions I've ever seen. It is so convincing. The lighting helps a ton.
They really get that concussive, like, first flash.
The fireball is so minimal. The explosions grow and pop and flash. You feel like each one actually has like a blast to it. I mean, right there, now obviously they're going all out to make it look sick.
The physics systems they use in films to do explosions these days are fine for like rolling, billowing smoke and fireballs, but they kind of suck for the concussive part of an explosion. And they're doing a good job like getting that concussive blast, like the flashing light here. They hit you with that cool white flash first, turn it down, and then hit you with an orange flash second. So it's single frame of white, dark, single frame of yellow, and then that like anime explosion they're really known for. Another interesting thing is the flashes at the end there where they're going and you have all the shadows of the creepers.
Yeah.
The CG artists are using lights that are separate from the explosions to cast the lights and the creepers and the shadows.
That's literally just animating a point light to be on and off for like a single frame at the point of the creepers. You get those sharp shadows. And then the fireball is then illuminating the scene after that.
It feels like they're working because they are not solely relying on like a fluid simulation to sell the impact. Because they're doing the tricks with the lighting, the color temperature changes, and like the single point light sources to actually get like some shading and shadows. There's just like a little more like control, I feel like, over them rather than just, you know, physics simulation. Like a lot of nice touches happening. But I don't know, this one in particular stuck with me just because it was like, it's clean and satisfying.
Ooh, wow.
Isn't that nice? Just like the environments, the items are incredibly satisfying to look at.
It's very nice. Catches the light really well, and they have it backlit too. I do appreciate the fact that they didn't just simulate a sphere. They have the simulation mesh of that with all the little
voxelized sphere.
Yeah, the voxelized
It has all the
sphere.
the actual physics mesh has the voxelized chunks or corners in it because you can see it going tick, 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 as it kind of like settles.
Yeah, it's like that it rolls and it's like the aliased edge.
The aliased rolling. The physics.
Whoa.
Nice lighting.
Whoa. Yo. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. This one has some of the most satisfying CGI explosions I've ever seen. It is so convincing. The lighting helps a ton.
They really get that concussive, like, first flash.
The fireball is so minimal. The explosions grow and pop and flash. You feel like each one actually has like a blast to it. I mean, right there, now obviously they're going all out to make it look sick.
The physics systems they use in films to do explosions these days are fine for like rolling, billowing smoke and fireballs, but they kind of suck for the concussive part of an explosion. And they're doing a good job like getting that concussive blast, like the flashing light here. They hit you with that cool white flash first, turn it down, and then hit you with an orange flash second. So it's single frame white.
It's literally just animating a point light to be on and off for like a single frame at the point of the creeper, so you get those sharp shadows. And then the fireball is then illuminating the scene after that.
It feels like they're working because they are not solely relying on like a fluid simulation to sell the impact. Because they're doing the tricks with the lighting, the color temperature changes, and like the single point light sources to actually get like some shading and shadows. There's just like a little more like control, I feel like, over them rather than just, you know, physics simulation. Like a lot of nice touches happening. But I don't know, this one in particular stuck with me just because it was like, it's clean and satisfying.
Ooh, wow.
Isn't that nice? Just like the environments, the items are incredibly satisfying to look at.
It's very nice. Catches the light really well, and they have it backlit too. I do appreciate the fact that they didn't just simulate a sphere. They have the simulation mesh of that with all the little
voxelized sphere.
Yeah, the voxelized
It has all the
sphere.
like the actual physics mesh has the voxelized chunks or corners in it because you can see it going tick, 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 as it kind of like settles.
Yeah, it's like that it rolls and it's like the aliased edge.
The aliased rolling.
Wait, is that real though?
It looks really nice.
That's not real though.
You don't think so?
No. Well, I'm just like, this ball looks very nice, and it's essentially a pretty simple model. It's like you have the 3D model of the voxelized sphere, but then you also have some sort of circular sphere inside of it that's blocking light. It's essentially a glass material with a little bit of absorption for the blue light there, and that's also being then cast out onto the ground there. And you got a combination of the shadow and then the removal of the shadow by the illumination of the transmissive light.
Yeah.
And then of course all the shine and the sheen on top, because the glass itself is still very, very reflective, and so the light source behind it, the window, directly reflecting off of it is going to bleach out to white.
Yeah, it's so tangible the way you have the light bouncing around through it, but it's also only illuminating the wood grain.
Yeah.
You see that too? There's some detail in that I was just like obsessed about. So
It's so well done. It looks amazing. Also, I low-key like how the boards on the ground kind of fracture before breaking. Because it's like in the game, there's a bit of decay when you start hitting a block. And so here they're doing that decay by like physically showing, all right, the wood is splintering, it's cracking, and then it's gone.
yeah, it's very satisfying. Like the whole like Minecraft logic into real world rendering is done so well. This was the shot I was like, I gotta see what the earlier version of this looked like. I just had to take a deeper look into it because the way they handle this and then the diamond stuff is like super cool.
Diamond.
Look how nice that looks.
Looks like it's made out of like candy.
It's like glowing though. It's brighter than it should be.
You're right, because it's doing the same thing where it's like catching more light than what's in the room. Let's say you wanted to film that shot 100% real. You know, you have to be shining spotlights at it from every single angle and flagging it off so that way it doesn't hit anything else in the scene. From the minimal VFX standpoint, you can like rotoscope it.
Yeah, it's like you could roto it and then do some color contrast boost.
Except my children. You're okay.
Just the colors and stuff.
Is anyone watching? Forgot I was streaming. Let me smoke some weed. Am I not actually streaming right now? Okay, I thought I've been streaming for like 2 hours now. Playing schedule 1, but I haven't done much of anything. I've just rearranged my total grow. But now I was about to smoke some weed and I realized I'm still streaming, but it turns out I wasn't even streaming. This is the 88 stream, by the way. Let me pull up this. We're watching this in the background. I use my phone to manage this. Come on with your bad self. Oakley dokley, we did it. My famous ADHD stream setup.
Like that, but this is definitely a 3D rendered replacement. There's also like that sheen. There's almost like an internal lightsaber in the center of it.
Yeah, they're adding like an actual glowing object inside that's emitting light. It looks so sweet.
Can we look at Chicken Jockey?
Chicken Jockey!
I mean, it's the most culturally famous part about this entire movie.
Here is Chicken Jockey from Minnesota.
You've heard about Chicken Jockey, right?
I've heard people say chicken jockey.
Chicken Jockey. Okay. I don't know how, but the kids these days create memes about things. Basically, this little baby zombie jumps onto the back of a chicken, and then Jack Black's character goes, "Chicken Jockey," and then everyone in the theater goes crazy.
Well, Jack Black in the movie says whatever is happening, it's like if this is a Minecraft thing, he's going to tell you what the name of it is.
The Overworld! Flint and Steel. The Nether. Steve. They're the villagers. TNT. Firework rockets. Boots of swiftness. Diamond armor. Ender pearl.
I don't think I can smoke my weed on camera. Oh. Let me slightly off camera. I'll be here though.
Crafting table. Slat cube. Elytra wingsuits.
Who dat? actually gotta go a boom boom. So I'll be right back. I'll be watching the chit chat. Ooh, there goes a kilo. Wow, that was instant. Did my buddy respond? No? Bummer. Alright. Smoking this bowl just off screen. Talking to chat. If you a baddie.
Chicken jockey. In the movie, he just says chicken jockey.
Is it literally called a chicken jockey in the game?
It's probably called a chicken jockey in the game.
You guys don't even know. You guys don't even know what's going on with this meme.
Yeah, no, it's a chicken jockey. Yeah, it's still called a chicken jockey.
This is the chicken jockey. The jockey that rides the chicken.
Yeah, it's just like this little baby zombie who rides a chicken. See, he doesn't even say it like the way people think he says it isn't how he says it.
Chicken jockey.
What do you mean?
He
That's
said-
exactly how I said it.
No, everyone says it like chicken jockey.
No, he's like worried about it. He's like, uh-oh.
Like, chicken jockey. He's like, uh-oh, there's a chicken jockey.
Just go to like explainthismeme.com or something.
I'm explaining where we are explaining.
I felt old for a while.
We're making ourselves look so old by even looking at this.
I do really love nonsense memes like, you know, Dat Boy.
This was thousands of theaters, Nico. It was a huge problem.
On our tier list of like movie trends, like, is chicken jockey cooler than wearing suits to Minions?
Here's something you've never seen.
I am incapable of judging the coolness of that. I am disqualified. I don't understand what. I just don't
I wasn't
understand.
even off screen.
I support it. I
God
get
dang
it,
it.
but I don't understand how it formed.
What do you guys think of the effects in this?
Maybe if I hide behind my microphone.
Slime cube.
Dude, that slime was so satisfying. Why were those kicks so feeble?
I know, right? Weakest spin kick. That's ultimate green screen acting. It's like they say, all right, just do something, and then like we'll make the scene work.
Whoa.
He like grabs the guy and throws him, and then like does like the most pathetic dive before blowing up. And he like kind of
He's tripping. He's about to freaking break his collarbone on the railing.
Yeah, he like trips and then
Stumbles and eats it.
The explosion's sick though because it kind of does come out of nowhere to a degree. It's kind of like.
So boom, boom. Looks sweet. Looks tight. Yeah, boom.
Tesseract. Whoa.
Oh, well, that's really funny how it's
that
still
was kinda
floating
cool.
in the air.
Yeah, there's pieces still floating in the air.
Seriously, that's the Tesseract.
So the thing you're calling the Tesseract, they're calling it the orb in the movie.
Oh, really?
But it's not an orb.
But that's the joke.
I guess so. Okay. I guess so. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, actually.
Now we're in real steel. Dude.
Wow.
Crunch.
This is the smallest bit of follow through.
There's lots of cool shots in the movie. There's lots of cool scenes. Like the explosions are done really well. There's just like a lot of really well executed stuff in it that I was surprised to see from a mega $1 million movie, you know?
Yeah.
I think they did a really good job making it like feel really tangible.
So yeah, don't judge a movie by the trailer, they say. I mean, it was a pretty bad trailer, actually.
It was a pretty bad trailer.
Have you
Yeah,
guys
I
seen
keep forgetting to
Pirates
hide
of the
myself
Caribbean,
from the-
Curse of the Black Pearl?
You mean Pirates of the Caribbean?
Caribbean.
No, it's Caribbean. What does this app think it should say?
Caribbean.
Caribbean?
Caribbean.
This is the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, directed by Gore Verbinski. We were always talking about how Davy Jones is like one of the most incredible CG characters ever, that I think we completely glossed over that the first movie's got some pretty cool effects in it with all of the skeletons revealed by moonlight.
Wow, it actually looks more CG-ish than I remember. Like, it's really good, but like some of the black levels don't quite match with some of the shots. That monkey looks pretty dang good, though.
I don't know. I think all of these skeletons look pretty good, considering.
They look great. I mean, I can see the technology limitations preventing the rendering from being like photoreal. Like where the simulation of materials and surfaces and light is not quite as robust as it needs to be to get us 100% of the way there, like they did with Davy Jones. But it's like getting us like 90% of the way there.
But the animation is so dang good that I feel like that it still works for me.
You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
Whoa, yeah, I like that shot.
So don't forget, like, this movie was being worked on in the very early 2000s. CG characters weren't really a thing yet. What they did was they rehearsed everything with all the actors playing all these skeletons here. So they recorded a take with everyone doing their actions and doing all that stuff. It was carefully choreographed. And then they do the scene again without any of the actors in there so that they don't have to do any paint outs.
Oh, okay.
There's a few shots where they have to be painted out. His hand comes out. Obviously, we're seeing a full transition from his real hand to the skeleton hand. That's going to be a paint out and a transition there. And same thing when he fully enters in too, and you can see his hat get eroded away to reveal the background. That's just a tracked in background plate. Dude, the design of these guys, they put so much effort into, because it's like they didn't want to have just skeletons, you know? This isn't like Ray Harryhausen.
This was a direction that we didn't end up going in.
They wanted to have these pirates be decomposed but still living. And so they did various things, like they basically took every actor and they tried to do a bunch of 2D sketches to make them look like their decomposed bodies while still living. But they needed to have enough identity to them that you can still tell which character that skeleton is. You know, there's like the two goofy guys. You could always tell who they are. One with his eye that keeps popping out and the other guy with the balding head. Another thing I found interesting is that these 2D artists, they would make these strips of skin physically and like paint them and whatnot, and they would scan them. And then the 2D artists working on the textures for these guys would use that as like a punch out. They would like paint onto the surface of the models with these bits of real skin or prop skin developed by the prop department. Carefully doing that across everyone's faces so that you could really get that decayed skin while still keeping the likeness of the actor underneath. That's a fully CG shot we're seeing here. The hat, the hair, the coat, the skeleton, of course, is all entirely generated here. You can kind of tell the age of the rendering by looking at the glass and the liquid rendering. The liquid sim itself, it's fine, but the liquid rendering looks a little dated. Looks great, but dated.
The other thing that's like a challenge with these kind of shots, especially like with the moonlit, foggy set, is figuring out your actual black levels. Because as somebody goes into the background, not only do the black levels come up, but everything goes to the color of the fog. And there's a couple moments here where things don't quite match. I'm sure they worked as hard as they could to make it match, but like, it's like they match really well there, but he doesn't quite match so well right there.
Yeah, he's like a little brighter, a little lifted.
That's what feels like early CGI to me, is when like the color level's like a little too contrasty or don't quite match.
Or not contrasty enough.
Yeah.
This scene in general is very high contrast.
There's like one spot at the very beginning where like I think it's a CG thing behind her, and it doesn't have right there. Yeah.
Like really rough roto on her hair.
It's very strange. It's like a bunch of blurs.
They rotoed her hair, but they left a big patch of clean fog.
Yeah, in front of her face too.
Right here, watch it. Yeah, that was a really rough roto on her.
It's a rough shot. I bet you it's so blurry and like they're probably out of time. Like whatever, nobody's gonna notice. But here we are.
Here we are.
20 years later.
Yeah, but like this shot, I think this is an incredible looking shot. And that's entirely done on a clean plate. So they rehearsed the motion with those same actors, and then those actors came back later on a motion capture stage and did the same action again. And that way, they're able to kind of like choreograph the combination of the actions of the actors with the action of the camera motion. And then they just have a clean plate to work with, and there's no painting out happening to kind of get that unified idea of what this shot is gonna be. It gets real crazy when you have soldiers that are now fighting them that are real. How do you combine them? So this is another example of them choreographing everything with the real actors who are the skeletons and the soldiers, and they get that down, and then they roll the real take without any of the skeleton actors in there. And so the soldiers all have to remember their choreography and just pretend like they're fighting someone.
That's how I do it.
Well, yeah, no, for sure. But remember, when they're making this in 2002 or whenever, this was kind of brand new thinking at the time. Real muskets.
Okay, so all these British guys are just fighting nothing?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is fun, yeah.
That's the way to do it, honestly.
Now, this is a big reveal moment here, because it reveals that Jack Sparrow is also undead. How do you think they did that sword stab?
That's a good question. Let me see that again. Well, these are pretty good sword stabs. You can feel like the contact. That's probably split screen.
Or what if it's just a half sword and then they just add the end of the sword back on? It's mostly dark. It'd be a real easy sword to digitally add back in. I mean, they're obviously adding in that little bit behind him there. Yeah,
this shot's so cool.
Exactly, right?
Pretty sick.
They're going in and out of it, so they're having to like go in and be like, okay, now you're skeleton,
Oh,
now
this
you're
is
not.
sweet. This is so good. Yeah, those transitions are so good. It's like the perfect match moving on the characters too.
Yeah. Like, it's not just the bones underneath the outfit. Like the outfit decays too, so it's a full replacement.
You have to have all the cloth motion going into the sunlight or the moonlight being like, I guess it is sunlight technically.
You carry it through.
You have to carry all this. You have to have the sim going and like have all the flow of the cloth in the right spot, and then it finally gets revealed.
That's interesting.
Cloth simulations were a huge deal for this, and this is like not early days cloth sims, but it's still relatively primitive, yeah. So like what they're doing here is they're basically animating both of these characters for the entirety of the shot, but through compositing, only revealing them when they're in the moonlight.
Sweet.
Yeah, somehow, after all these years, how have we never looked at that?
That's true. It's weird that we never looked at the Black Pearl yet.
Well, thanks for watching, everyone.
And with that, that's the end of the episode. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
That's what the cool kids say, right?
no,
Am I
he
a
said-
cool kid now?
No, he says it like chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
Hey, everybody. On quarterdigital.com, you can watch this episode with more behind-the-scenes shots of leaked bootleg movie tapes that you can't get on YouTube without lawyers coming after you. Also, you get to see everything without ads, and we also get to see exclusive shows, and the vlogs are back, and we do a live stream every Wednesday and Friday. Sam shows you all the cool effects we're doing, and you help us stay independent, and we just really think it's super cool for everybody who supports us on quarterdigital.com. You guys are the best. That is why we exist. And all of you on YouTube, we love you too. Don't worry. You're like two children. We can't say which one the favorite is.
Oh, that's a sweet extended outro.
All right, bye.
King Cobra JFS rip. But for real? He's gone? No! It was real? King Cobra JFS has passed away. He was 34 years old.
The logistics are real.
Hold up.
What up?
What's going on, dog?
Shit.
What the fuck is Schedule 1?
It's a drug dealing game. Where you do a.
Oh, nice.
You do a big. I'll share my screen.
I've done enough of that in my real life. I'm trying to get away from it.
Yeah, it's you hire people. You do a big
I watched you
drug
play for a second.
setup. Grow tents in here with people going. This is my bum house. Got weed drying. I'm also making meth right now.
It looks like drug Minecraft.
Yeah, exactly. I get to mix stuff into my weed, like Red Bull and Adderall and stuff.
Do you know anybody that wants any Adderall? I've got 20 milligram ones that I'm not gonna eat.
No, not really.
Fucking, my friend just gives me them out of her script, and I'm like, I don't take these. She's like, yeah, but somebody will want them, and it's money. I was like, okay, fuck, I'll take them.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I've been doing this live-in caregiver job. I stopped doing that solar shit. That was so stupid. That solar shit sucked.
Yeah, I can't do any door-to-door, but
that stuff was retarded. Even in the insurance thing too, I fucking gave that up too because I felt bad. Like I was taking advantage of old people and shit to get money, and like I don't know, I felt like I was not being a good person.
I feel that. I almost did, what, Half-Life or something? But
Yeah. Although I did watch. Have you heard of that philosopher from England, the skinny dude? He looks like that autistic kid from that show. What the fuck is it called? It's not Adolescence, is it? I don't know, but he's like, it's like Alex something.
Alex
I can't remember.
O'Connor is
He
pretty
was on
great.
Flagrant the other day.
Alex O'Connor?
What is it? I think that might be who it is. Let me look up, see if
Skinny
that's who it
British
is.
guy who's a big atheist.
I don't know if he's a big atheist. He might be. I would assume he is because of his work, but he's a philosopher. He went to Oxford and shit.
He was Alex O'Connor was
Cosmic skeptic. Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
yeah, I've been
He was talking about like, is incest actually bad, or is it bad because like society says it's bad and all kinds of shit. He was talking about like being empathetic is selfish because you're only doing it for yourself.
yeah. That first one's a doozy. The first one you said.
Oh, the incest one? Yeah.
Yeah. But
they were debating a whole bunch of weird shit because he was on Flagrant, so of course
Yeah.
Andrew Schultz was pushing him
Schultz
to like
talks
talk about
about-
weird shit.
yeah.
I've been looking at a lot of videos about like quantum mechanics and quantum entanglement and superposition.
Oh boy.
It's been kind of blowing my mind the last week or so, yeah.
Yeah.
Like observation theory or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, you just have to watch out from getting into too much of the woo-woo and the jargon. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how much of it I believe, but a lot of it makes sense.
No, I'm super
It's
into
like
it.
an
It's
acid
just
trip without the acid.
there's the Dunning-Kruger effect with quantum mechanics where you start learning about it and then you can find out about the mystical way people use that language to justify their own spirituality beliefs without doing the scientific rigor of not assuming it means something super divine or whatever. Anyways, people try to use it to make consciousness super duper special, and I'm not on board with it.
I mean, I don't know if I see. That's the thing. Like the observation theory would mean that because if matter only acts a certain way, if you're observing it, then that would mean something somewhere is always observing you because your matter is doing one thing and one thing only. So
Well,
it would almost kind of stand to mean that there would be something that's constantly watching us.
I find a
But what could
different
that be?
interpretation because you're getting into superposition, and when you're talking about on macro scales, superposition doesn't even apply anymore. But because quantum mechanics, like we still use not Aristotle. We still use sorry, I'm trying to run from the cops right now.
I see that. I'm watching your screen.
Like Einstein's relativity is guaranteed true, but it doesn't work on quantum scales and the whole unity between.
Eric Weinstein was saying that Einstein's E equals MC squared and all that stuff. He said if you write the long form version of it, there's a couple places where the math doesn't make sense. And he's saying that even though it's mostly true, that there's probably a better way to do that formula. But if you figured it out, it would basically disprove string theory and would make everybody in string theory's life work meaningless. So I don't know if that is actually going to turn out to be true, but there's a lot of wild theories and conspiracies and stuff that are coming out surrounding all that stuff.
Yeah.
Either way, it's going to be fucking wild if they perfect quantum computers and all that shit.
Yeah, I'm a big AI hater, so whatever they do with the quantum.
I do not like AI. I am terrified. Like, did you see all the shit where the AI tried to upload himself outside the server and then he got caught and then denied that he was doing it? That like just happened a couple days ago.
I have not seen that, but I also think people are overhyping what AI can do. But I think it's a bit of fear mongering and
I think it
billionaires
depends on the
sunk costs.
application.
I think it can definitely
When those
destroy
robots
our
come out.
computers, but I don't think on a level of AGI. But I think it can definitely do a virus and fuck all of our computers and the entire internet up. But I don't think it can start doing Ultron shit.
I mean, once they start building these fucking robots that can go in your house and shit, like even Elon Musk was like, you can't be mean to these robots. You have to treat them like people because they're gonna learn, and it's
He's
gonna
also
be like fucking
overhyping
Terminator.
the capabilities of like the mechanical robot itself. Like I hate Elon right now. He's
On one hand, yeah, Elon is fucking wild and he makes outlandish statements, but I think he does the same thing Donald Trump does, where he'll just throw something ridiculous at the wall and then catch whatever part of the slide down he can to progress his
yeah, but they don't have the
business,
self-awareness
his
to know that
ideas.
makes them look like idiots. Like they look dumb as
I
fuck.
think they do though, because Trump and fucking Elon acknowledged that they did that on a couple of the
Either they're
podcasts
aware
they went on.
and they
They
just
said that they specifically
yeah.
do that.
They're aware, then they just expect us to be stupid about it, and that's.
And a lot of people are though. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah, it's definitely disheartening, but.
it's very disheartening.
But
like, I'm not even in the last couple months. I've started to pull back from my support of Trump because some of the shit he's doing and saying is just outlandish. But
nothing
he's
he
also
didn't run
doing
on.
some good things too. So
it's nothing he didn't run on.
No, yeah, I mean that's why I stand behind my vote. I still think it was a better choice than Kamala, but fucking hey, dude, they were both shit piles.
No,
And that
Mamala
was a
would have
rough
been
election.
better. Kamala Harris. Absolutely.
Drunk ass Kamala Harris. Couldn't even go on a podcast and
Okay.
form articulate
Talk about
sentences
drunk
for
when
2
Pete
hours.
Hegseth is just drinking at the podium.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's just as bad. All that shit's fucking wrong.
Yeah.
It's
No,
so
I
fucking,
would have. I don't think we'd be in the same
modern day
position.
politics is just so scummy.
I do think Kamala did some
Do you think it would be
flip-flop
better or
back
worse?
walking that I didn't like, and I was excited when Biden was out and she stepped in, but then immediately went on stage and talked about the most lethal military in the world, and I was like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah.
As soon as you get
I
on
didn't
that
even hear her
talk,
say
I'm
that
like,
part.
and as soon as she started saying that, I was like, fucking Christ, she just bent over. But
They're all bending all over the place. And fucking Trump with the Epstein files and stuff going back and forth. Like, if Trump was in it, I think Biden would have released it. But if Biden wasn't in it, I don't think. It's hard to figure it out because why are both sides like hiding it now? You know.
I mean, they had all that time to release it.
I think they just use it as a distraction whenever it fucking comes up. At this point, they're not gonna actually, or they'll release it in 70 years like the JFK files.
Yeah, but a distraction for what? For the
Once
genocide?
everybody
For
in
the
the files
list?
dies off.
Well,
I have no
distraction
idea
for
what would
what?
happen if they released the list.
For like, is it a distraction for like everything we know they're doing already? For invading Venezuela? For fucking the list?
There's a
for
lot of things that
Israel?
we don't even know that.
I mean, I'm behind the war in
It's like
Ukraine.
a magician.
we
They're
should
saying,
be
look
back in
over
Ukraine.
here. I think I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to the Ukraine shit because I've been struggling with
Well, either-
myself and like my finances. And
I'm
shit,
just
so.
saying geographically, like Ukraine is the front line from Russia going into Europe to invade. So like we need to protect Ukraine for that reason, and that's like my biggest reason.
Not to mention we need all their fucking resources.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, they have a big uranium thing going on, don't they?
There's a whole bunch of natural resources that we're trying to steal from them.
In Greenland. Yeah. No. The dirtiness
Greenland,
is
yeah.
too blatant for me.
They're about to send the National Guard to Chicago pretty soon, I guess. I saw that this morning.
Yeah, I was at the No Kings protest, and I'll probably be at some more protests.
The No Kings protest. What the fuck is that?
You didn't hear about that? Like tens of thousands of people in Chicago on Trump's birthday for his military parade marched in like thousands of cities around the country. It was wild.
I don't understand it though. Like, what's the thing? He's not a king. He's our
He
president.
definitely wants
We
to be a
voted him in.
king. Well, he doesn't want to do any more elections.
Everybody
He wants to
be
do
a
an
king.
oligarchy or an autocracy, whatever.
I mean, he might
oligarchy.
want to, but that's why there's term limits and all that shit.
Yeah, but he's saying when he's running and saying at the same time, you don't have to vote again. There's not going to be another election, and then saying he's going to run for a third term, or he's laughing at the joke that so if there happens to be a war in 3.5 years, there won't be any more elections. Did you hear him say that a few days ago with Zelensky in the Oval Office?
I've heard him say it before.
Well, he had Zelensky in the office 2 days
heard him say
ago,
it
and
before.
he said it in front of Zelensky this time, and Zelensky's, "Oh, you like that idea?" Laughing at him.
I mean, isn't Zelensky doing the same thing though?
It depends how you think about
Or he's
FDR
not the
running for a third term. Do you think FDR shouldn't have run for a third term even though World War II was in full swing? During invasion, it's one thing, but
Did
Trump...
he get the third term?
Yeah, FDR. He's the only president with a third term.
FDR ran. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah. But it was because we're in World War II, though. So it's how you feel about that.
World War II is a whole different situation, though, because back then
We're about to be in World War III, though, if not a
literally-
civil war.
We're
But
already
again,
in World War III.
Trump is
I mean,
hinting
if you
at...
go by
The point of him hinting at it was, though, is he's going to create a proxy war, create some sort of self-manufactured war so he can stay in office because he doesn't give a shit about the actual soldiers. He calls them suckers and losers, and he doesn't like people who get captured by the enemy because they're losers. He's said all of that before, so I just...
I think that was taken out of context, though. 'cause
Absolutely
I've
not.
seen those
There's no way. he said it straight to a reporter.
I don't believe that he called. I'm gonna look this up now
Roll
because
the clip.
I gotta see what the context. What is it called? What did you say he said?
Where he was saying
he
that
called military people losers?
veterans were losers and suckers, and if he didn't like soldiers who were captured by the enemy. He said they weren't very good soldiers then. It was wild. That was when he was running still, too. And then...
I remember hearing something about it, but I thought I saw something where it was debunked. Like, even Snopes said that wasn't true, and they're super liberal. Yeah, this is right here, Snopes.com. Let's see. Snopes says it's true.
But also there was when he made fun of the disabled reporter, or if I was alone in a room with him, I'd put a bullet in his head, not gonna lie. Him and Netanyahu. Peter Thiel, Stephen Miller.
For what reason, though? I don't understand.
They're Nazis. In this country, we put bullets in Nazis' heads. Dead, period.
But
they are
not
Nazis. They are. Period. They're not. They're genocidal Nazis.
Nazis, like... But who are they committing genocide on? I don't understand. Palestinians, the ones who chant "Death to America" every morning before breakfast.
They don't
and
do
bring
that.
their
That's
kids
wild.
Yes, they do.
That's Stephen Miller spewing. No.
Patrick Bet David.
And anyways, if you live anywhere else in the world, everyone understands America is an imperialist country, and maybe we should fucking get some boot in our ass. Because the amount of imperialist bullshit that we do, we deserve it. Like, saying we don't deserve it is also...
If you deserve it, then why don't you go lay down for the enemy then and
Because
say,
I
wanna
believe
live
in the
this
American
horrible
dream
country.
still of freedom. Like, it's their fault they sold us a dream of freedom and the propaganda of freedom, because now that's what we actually believe in and that's what we want. And genociding and doing imperialistic stuff in other countries and overthrowing other governments because they're too socialist or communist when it's actually a good thing is wild and evil.
I don't know if I agree about the communism being a good thing either, though.
Communism isn't even
it
been
can go-
done in any country. It's an end game. there's communist parties, but no country has actually ever been communist. Because it's a borderless, moneyless country with shared assets and, but
Like Turkmenistan or whatever the fuck, where you go there and everything
it's more like
looks
Star
beautiful,
Trek.
but everybody's living in poverty.
Well, everyone's obsessed with GDP when that doesn't really matter because Europe has a low GDP, but their value of quality of living is through the roof, their quality of life. They have way better standards
There's
of
also
living.
a lot less people in each country, and each country is the size of one of our states. It's easier to manage a tiny little country with not that many people than it is to manage, 390 million people spread out over one of the largest countries in the world.
America's really like 50 countries in a trench coat, but
I agree, but at the same time, it's kind of, but not really. Like, it's just Europe is like, if you go country to country in Europe, it's way different than going state to state. Like, if you go from Indiana to Illinois, you can barely tell that you're in a different place. But if you go from France to Italy or England to France, like, it's a completely different culture, completely different food, completely
yeah,
different
but
accent, like language.
you're more likely to keep
Everything
the
is
same
different.
rights in Europe. In the U.S., you can
What's that?
lose your rights as like to abortion and healthcare depending on what state you're in, and you can be.
In my opinion, abortion is at like the bottom of the list of like rights as far as rights go. Like they, yeah,
Body
there are
autonomy
states where you
should
can
be at
get
the
them, and there are
top.
states where you can't get them.
It's body autonomy.
Yeah, but that's what. But they flip-flop on bodily autonomy because they were all for mandatory vaccines and vaccine passports, and that's not bodily autonomy. And then now they're saying they want bodily autonomy for abortions, and it's like, we can't pick and choose. It's either you have it or you don't have it. And they're like, oh, well, it's for the greater good. Well, that's utilitarian and not really. I don't know. I don't accept that argument as.
The
I
anti-vaccine
think
talking
reproductive
points
rights are
are
positive, and I voted for it.
the anti-vax talking points are played out, and it's you gotta believe the medical professionals, or you're gonna get Darwined, I guess.
I mean, my dad died 2 weeks after he got the COVID vaccine because it made him so sick that he was shitting on himself. And it was pretty bad. Like I don't.
You can't say it's the vaccine though. When I wouldn't say it's directly the vaccine, but also which one did he get?
The Pfizer double shot. It made him super sick. And that's the other thing with it. It's like, it's not really even a vaccine. That mRNA bullshit. It's sending a spike protein into your body that attacks every single living cell, not just the ones that it does. And they're not aspirating the needle when they give the COVID vaccine, so that way they can see if they're in a vein or not. So if you accidentally hit a vein and you shoot a whole dose of that mRNA bullshit into somebody's vein, they have a higher chance of having stroke, cardiomyopathy, fucking heart attacks, everything like that. Just because it's supposed to be put into your muscle. But that's why you would aspirate the needle and pull back on it to see if there's blood in the needle before you push the plunger down. But they told the people administering it not to do that because they didn't want to scare people by having them see blood and making them nervous around needles. But really, they just wanted to get as many people vaccinated as possible. Like, I don't know, it's just giving them out for free but making taxpayers pay for it, so people are still getting rich off of it. Pfizer, I don't trust them as far as I can throw a stick, because they are the same people who invented Xanax, and they have paid the largest criminal fine in human history, other than now Purdue Pharmaceuticals for oxycodone. But they lied about painkillers and Xanax, and were giving doctors incentives to prescribe Xanax. They paid Travis Kelce more money for that one commercial he did for the COVID vaccine than all of his other endorsements for sports combined. Gatorade, Nike, all that shit. Every single one of his other endorsements, if you combine them together, it was worth less than that 30-second commercial he did for the vaccine for Pfizer. To me, that is sketchy as fuck. I'm not saying all vaccines are bad. I'm vaccinated, but I'm saying that specific one is some fucky shit's going on with it.
I think
To say the very least.
during a global pandemic, it is the right thing to do.
But
we should all
was
put our
it, though?
body.
Because
Yes,
the people that
in
were
a global pandemic, we all should
got
put our.
COVID vaccinated, though.
I think there's a lot of
And the people
misunderstanding
that got
about how
COVID
it came
vaccinated,
out
though, didn't
faster.
stop getting COVID.
Because that's not how vaccines work. They don't cure. They're not a cure. They stop you from being hospitalized, and it is.
But that's not true though, because if you get a polio
Vaccines
vaccine,
have never been
you
a
don't
cure.
get polio.
You still have a chance of getting polio.
It's not a cure, it's preventative.
It's also helps your body preemptively create antibodies for a thing. So I mean, I don't do any of the anti-vax talking points. I don't buy any of the nonsense because
Just the COVID. Are you COVID vaccinated for real?
yeah, I have triple.
Which one did you get?
I got a couple
You
of
have
different ones.
3 of them?
Yeah, I have a couple
Holy
different ones.
shit!
Yeah, I get the
Why'd you
cocktail.
get a couple different ones if they work?
Some of them work for different circumstances, some for different variants.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
I didn't get any of the vaccines, and I have never tested for COVID once, and I've taken all kinds of tests and been around people who've had it, and I got really sick before COVID was even a thing, and I think I might have had it back then, but
I think I had it in like November 2019.
that's what I'm saying. Like that's when I got really sick, was around then, like January or February of that 2020 or something like that. I got like the worst flu I've ever had in my life. Felt like somebody was sitting on my chest, but I didn't like lose my taste and smell and like all that. I was just sick as fuck. But then all through COVID, like I was terrified of it, and I was the first person that was fucking buying those masks, and fucking I was all gung ho about listening to everything and doing everything that fuck Fauci was saying, and it scared the living shit out of me. And then I started doing more and more research and watching both sides and what they were saying, and I started going, wait, that doesn't make any sense, because if I put a mask on and I'm smoking a cigarette and I blow the cigarette through the mask, you can fucking see the smoke coming through the mask, and a virus is much smaller than a cigarette smoke. So that doesn't make any sense. And then there's still people
You've seen
driving
how they
around
proved
in
that
their
the masks
cars with
work,
masks
right?
on.
The 95%.
That they said that, but they said that it would only work in a hospital setting and only prevent the person that's wearing it from spreading the disease, not prevent them from contracting it. Because if you're wearing that mask and it's not in a sanitary hospital setting, you're just rebreathing in every molecule that sticks to it, because you're inhaling, and then everything that's in the moisture that you're inhaling and exhaling, it just becomes a damp face mask, and you're actually suscepting yourself to more viruses because you're wearing a
How is you breathing your own air
cloth
giving you more viruses?
Because if you're using the same, like, those masks are only meant to be used in sterile settings, and they're only meant to be used one time and thrown away. People were wearing a mask
Not
and
the
then keeping it in their
N95
car
ones.
and then putting the same. All of them. Well, the N95 ones just have the little fucking thing on the front of them. They're basically the same. They're basically the same mask as the hospital surgical masks.
No, they're
except
not.
they've got an extra filter on them.
No.
I had
They're
one.
completely different.
They look like a painter's mask.
No, they're different in how they operate.
They look like
and
a
with the
painting
materials. Yeah, they look the same, but they're not the same. There's that 4% difference is actually a lot. But they use super advanced cameras to pixel count exactly how many particles come out of the masks, and that's how they got the percentages, by the super in-depth infrared pixel counting of like actual particles being able to be blasted through the mask.
But how many people did you actually see wearing that specific mask and not
The
just like a
basic one?
hospital mask or a disposable bandana? Yeah,
They did the
like they
basic
fucking
one.
most people.
But
I don't even know what N95
do you know
looks like now.
Veritasium? He did an amazing video about it.
Veritasium, like Veritaserum, like fucking Harry Potter, like
Ver-
the truth serum.
Maybe that's what it's a reference to.
I believe it is. I've heard
But
of
he's
that
an
guy.
amazing
Yeah, the
science
N95
thing.
mask looks a little bit different. That's a dust mask, so that's not the same thing as the surgical mask like I'm talking about. But how many people did you actually see walking around wearing these specific masks? Like, it was very few and far in between. There was
That's the
mostly people wearing
99 one.
bandanas.
The regular mask that everyone was wearing was like 95%.
Because even the 95 ones look different. They're like bulkier, but the ones that I've seen people wearing are just like the ones they hand out at the hospital. It's just like a face cover. I don't know, these fucking things. Either way, I don't think the mask wearing really helped much
Well,
as far
they
as
did put
spreading
the
it.
caveat it's within 6 feet because that's a general. As long as there's a current in the air, 6 feet is good enough because it can't last in the air forever. But
There was like all kinds of weird shit. I remember back in 2020 and 2021, people were fucking going batshit, like saying you couldn't be inside the restaurant, so they were putting pods outside. Like, what the fuck?
yeah.
It's like the same exact thing.
Safe and sorry.
I don't really.
Oh, It's Okay to Be Smart did the video about how
we what?
We know the percentage of mask protection.
Oh. I'm at the point where I don't really give a fuck about COVID anymore.
Well, not just COVID, it's being sick at all from anything, new or old.
Yeah.
But COVID got so politicized, but that's just Republicans fear-mongering to get you to think that the Democrats have a weather machine.
Weather machine? The fuck?
You didn't hear Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene and all of them were saying that the Democrats have a weather machine, and that's why there was hurricanes last year. They never even heard of a hurricane season. You're not really plugged in, are you? I'm sorry. I said that great.
I don't fucking pay attention to that shit.
Oh, I'm still every day listening to the dumb shit they say.
Yeah, I can't even fucking listen to the dumb shit that both sides say because it's just too much. It's too much dumb shit all the time.
For some reason,
and they're throwing fucking rock.
For some reason, Marjorie Taylor Greene, though, the batshit, butch blonde, the bad-built, butch blonde, bleach blonde, bad-built, butch body bitch from Georgia, she's the first Republican to actually be speaking out against Israel and talking about the genocide in Palestine, which is wild because she's like the biggest conspiracy-brained like Trump supporter of them all. Her and Lowen Boebert, and it's just wild because they were super upset about the Epstein list not getting released.
Leave for Gaza. I'm looking at Sam's mic. Yeah, it says she's pleading for Gaza. Lengthy Twitter post.
Can't tell if I'm actually.
How many fucking people are even left in Palestine? It can't be that many.
It was the most densely packed place in the world. There was like millions of people
but
there.
it's only like the size of like
New
one
Jersey.
of our deserts, right?
It's like,
Yeah, I say it can't be that big.
but now it's all
How
fucking
many
rubble.
people left in Palestine? I'm sure they haven't done a census lately, but
I think they do like all the time since the genocide's going on. Then
5.2 million. That's not that many compared to like real countries.
oh, it's just a statistic now.
What
Think
is
about the actual scale of 5 million people, an entire stadium of people.
5 million versus 390 million? Though is a lot. That's a big difference.
Who 390
Only 5
million?
million
Like
is
who?
way more than a stadium. We have 390 million in our country. How many people in Israel? They have 10 million, so they got about twice as many people as Palestine. That'd be wild if they actually wiped a whole entire country off the map through genocide and just like left it a rubble desert.
Well, Trump said he's gonna turn it into Trump Gaza and a new beach resort. So
That's wild.
yeah, and then he posted AI video.
He be saying some crazy shit.
He posted AI videos of Trump Gaza, and it was insane. Everything was covered
check
in
it out.
gold.
Have you seen the new South Park episodes?
I haven't yet, but I've heard about him. Going in on Trump and Kristi Noem.
Oh, dude, he's been going. He went on Charlie Kirk. They went on fucking. They made Cartman Charlie Kirk. It was so funny.
Yeah.
He's his mom's like, "What are you doing in there?" He's like, "I'm master debating, mom."
I hate Charlie Kirk.
The newest episode, it's fucking, it's Randy Marsh and Towley, and they're fucking pretending to be Elon Musk. They're doing ketamine and shit. He's like, yeah, well, Mr. President, my company aims to do it. Oh, I'm in a hole. I'm in a hole.
It's like without a doubt in my mind now, though, that Bush did 9/11.
I mean, I've been saying that for like 10 years.
I've been saying it, but I
there's
wasn't.
just
I
so
didn't.
much.
Yeah, I've been saying it, but I didn't hold it in my heart of hearts until like.
Like I still don't think an airplane hit the fucking Pentagon. I'm pretty convinced that didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely be
Because
convinced
the
for
way
that
they
one.
would have had to descend and fucking the turn they would have had to make, it's just it's like almost like even a seasoned pilot wouldn't have been able to make that descent and then turn at that angle to come in and hit the Pentagon.
And we know Trump didn't get shot in the ear.
I don't buy
We
that
know
one.
that
I
Trump
think
did
that,
not
I don't
get
know
shot
who
in the
did
ear. Him being a
how did the
baby
guy
on
behind
Rogan,
him
like,
die?
oh, look at my ear. Oh, on Trump, on Rogan.
But then how did the other people die though? That fucking soldier that was
Doesn't
behind
mean
him
that
did
other
get
people
shot.
didn't
The
really
people
get
saw
shot. It was also just a photo shoot for Trump, though. I don't think they were
buy that.
actually
I think
aiming for
that
Trump. I think it was all just a big photo
Because
shoot.
that fucking kid, like, how would he have how would that kid have made that shot and fucking made?
How do you not make the shot? What do you mean?
The thing that's weird about it is they didn't fucking release any of his social media. They didn't release any of the kid's fucking background. Like, they let that fucking go by the wayside. But he tried to kill. But it's every president.